Hey, what's up? Happy New Year. Hope you had a great start into 2022. My name is Alex, and in this video I want to talk about something that kind of struck me in a positive way, of course, when I heard it first, and this was the matrix chord, whereas it's not really one chord, but we get into this. So let's jump right into this and see what is going on here. So just keep in mind that this is not an exact recreation of the Matrix main theme. I just want to talk a little bit about what is going on with that, let's say Matrix signature soundish thingy. Okay, so let's jump into this and listen to the track first and then talk about what is going on here. Okay, so let's quickly dive into the instruments and the plugins that I've used. Mostly for all the orchestral, let's say tonal instruments, strings, woodwinds, and brass, I have used Abbey Road 1. And for the percussions, I have used BBC Zo. And there is just one little piano. This is a very old library. I apologize to Sound Iron. I never upgraded it, so it still says tone hammer here, and it just plays like 3 notes. So this is basically the instruments that I've used. Why did I use them? Because I wanted to. I could have created this snippet with any other sample library. Does that necessarily mean that if I used library X, it would sound better? Maybe, but all of them would sound different, and it's just a matter of taste, what you like more. The same goes for the reverb. Quickly talking about this, I've used Altiverb, the 20th Century Fox stage. Could you have used any other reverb? Yes. Would it sound better? Not sure, but it would sound different. It's just to your likings. I've also used cinematic rooms to just give it a little bit of that, additional tail. And now let's jump into what is going on with that signature sound. Okay, so let's first talk about the theory a little bit. The entire snippet here is in E minor, right? And the first chord that has been played by the horns, it of course varies when you listen to the Matrix soundtrack. Sometimes it's played by trombones and then going to horns and then to trumpets or whatever. So I just wanted to keep it basic, and I just use the horns and the trumpets. And the first chord that you hear is an E minor chord, E, G, and B. And the second chord that I've played by the trumpets is basically a C major chord. And if you play that over the E root, it sounds like this. E minor, C major with E in the root or in the bass. I mean, it's not really bass, but you get the idea. So now let's listen to this bit with the horns and the trumpets. Okay, so this was the easy part, I think, or for me at least, the modulation, the dynamics of the chord is the most important thing. And so let's play the horns, and you see you already heard that, of course, that there is a modulation curve going on that is triggering, the dynamic level of the notes, and it sounds like this. Okay, so you gently move into the chord and gently go out of the chord. And the most important thing when doing this is when it comes to the trumpets, that you slide in or fade in the trumpets when you fade out the horns. Okay, so let's play both of these together again here. So you can see the swell going in, going out, and as soon as this goes out, the swell goes in here. I can't show both. Maybe it's possible in some way, but I don't care for now. You know what I'm trying to say. You've seen it. So let's listen to this right now. Okay, so that's basically what's happening here. This is nothing special, but it can happen that you just listened to it and didn't have time to figure it out. Maybe you have problems just hearing notes or anything. So I hope this was a little bit helpful to you. But before we close this video, I just want to quickly go through all the other instruments one by one. So again, here I used string staccatos, displaying this little ostinato here. And so on and so on, and it turns around a little bit and adds an octave towards the ending. And also raises dynamics a little bit. I have also used, it sounds a little bit funny because this could have been, sorry, let me just go in here and show you what I did. So it's basically just moving E, F sharp, G, and A up, and then down from the top again here. So now off to the woodwinds. It sounds like this. So I probably would have used staccato, but it doesn't sound good. So I've used marcato samples for this, and I wanted this kind of wishy-washy sound together with the strings. Okay, so next up would be a timpani roll, BBCSO, Spitfire. I forgot to mention the library name before. The company, I mean. So just a simple E minor swell moving up towards the ending. That is all. And then we have one long note in E coming from the low brass. And also moving up dynamic-wise towards the end. We already talked about the horns and the trumpets. Let's listen to the high tremolo strings here. Again, Abbey Road 1. So it just gives us that tension. Also slightly moving up towards the ending. And last, not really last, there's this piano, and we just have a cymbal swell here towards the beginning. And this piano, it's just like 3 notes. Again, it's just like that 3 notes of the piano, so I could have been any other library. I liked that particularly sound of that sound iron piano, the emotional piano, and yeah, so that's basically it. Let's listen to the entire backing track without the trumpets and the horns again here. Again, it's not a perfect recreation of the main theme. I didn't want to recreate a track one by one. I just want to pay attention to what is going on with that kind of like signature chord, that matrix chord. So let's listen to the entire track with the horns and the trumpets again. So mastering wise, there is not a lot happening, just a little bit of compression, a little bit of mastering. I don't want to pay attention to this because it's really basic settings, nothing really special. And I just want to mute Altiverb and cinematic rooms here and just play you the dry version. Okay, so maybe you like that better. Let me know in the comments. And just want to add Altiverb. Let's listen to this once again without, let's say, this little more cinematic room's tail. So maybe you like this better, and I also added this cinematic rooms here. Let's listen to the full thing again here. Okay, that's it. Okay, so as always, thank you so much for checking out this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave a comment, whatever you want. I would be happy to get back to you. Thanks again for watching, and see you in my next video.